Kira is low. Kira is down, but the core is low as well. That's Urel to fall. Danny's still working, 12%. There's Greymane, there's Brightwing, and the core is saved at 10% health. Red, oh my gosh, Red is tearing through the members of Bronze 6. Somehow Ferret's gonna survive. Hello and welcome back to the Nexus Gaming Series. I am the Crushinator, and tonight we've got some playoff action coming at you. Division C East, number 1 seed Start Slow Then Taper Off, taking on number 8 seed Bunker Funtime. Letting them know that I'm here and I'm ready. We're just waiting for our 10th to join the lobby, and we will be able to get started. Hope you're having a good evening. Hope you're having a good week. Getting close to the end here. We're on a Thursday night. One more day of work if you're a Monday to Friday or like me. Oh, goodness gracious. We're getting there. We're so close. I'm excited. We are best of 3 today. We're still in the best of 3 portion of the playoffs. Later on, we get into the best of 5s. But for now, it's win 2 and move on, lose 2 and go home. We're so close to starting this matchup. They've tried to invite the 10th player approximately 7 times. We're trying to get them into the lobby here. And then we will get started. But lots of action here in NGS tonight. If I take a look over at the Hype channel, I believe Arrow just went live with Regen Nebula versus Hardstuck Support Group later on. I know that Linehouse, Snag, and they're doing a trio cast. Let me check it out. But it's a B West. Yeah, Gambit Gaming versus Cats on my keyboard? No, that's not the one. Fensad versus Roll 1. That's going to be Linehouse, Snag, and McGiblets. That's coming in at, I believe, 10:30 Eastern start time. So lots of NGS action to take in tonight. Linehouse in the chat, welcome. Ronan, welcome. Hey, we got our 10th. Yes. 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 Alright. Well, now that we have 10, let's go to map select. Check out what's going on in this series. Cursed Hollow, Dragonshire, Garden of Terror, and Tomb of the Spider Queen have been banned away for this set. We're going to be starting things off on Braxis Holdout, as chosen by Bunker Funtime here. Just waiting for the teams to give me the readies, and then we will get started. How you doing, Greek Fire? Give him the caster R just to grease the wheels here. And we'll bring it back to me. Alright. This is definitely not our second attempt at the lobby. Here we go. Game 1, Braxis Holdout. Draft is underway here. Start Slow Then Taper Off will be first to act. Braxis Holdout, it's a map that you can grab advantages and hold on to them from the very early game, so having some sort of scaling draft can work against you. See what the plan is here. Diablo going to be the first ban. Start Slow. Diablo pretty well top of the heap when it comes to tanks right now. So we see Blaze next to be banned away by Bunker Funtime. Blaze pretty well top of the heap in that category as well. Right up there with Hogger. Want to see if there's any scouted bans here. We see Chromie taken away. Chromie doesn't tend to come out on all maps, but on Braxis Holdout, Tomb of the Spider Queen, maps that tend to have a small distance between fight areas and safe areas, Chromie can get a lot of work done. You don't tend to see Chromie as much on maps like Cursed Hollow, where you're fighting so far away from the safety of any structure all the time. Bunker Funtime with their last top ban. Gonna take away Johanna, so our Big top two and the tanks are banned out. I imagine we're going to see damage. Yeah, real big deal. Going to go for Vala first pick here for start slow then taper off. But with these two tanks banned, I would expect both tanks to be picked up before the mid bans, but we'll see where the priorities lie for these squads. Going against a Vala, it's nice to have something with some engage range, maybe a little dive. Artanis Stukov, the choice here for Zednam and Arcane 13th. Artanis pretty good in the 1v1. Stukov, strong early game hero with the lurking arm. Artanis can have trouble in a couple matchups though, so with that showing, we'll see if there's going to be any counter drafting by start slow then taper off. It looks like they're just going to fill out their main core here with Anubarak Anduin. Anduin, a good one to be able to save people from the Stukov combos. Start slow then taper off does pick up their tank here, so I'd imagine they're going to ban another main tank. Muradin comes to mind. Varian's one that can pair well with Stukov. Bunker Funtime going to remove the Hogger here, narrowing the matchups against Artanis. Good strategy there, I would say, with Blaze already banned. See if start slow then taper off does want to narrow that tank pool, or if there's another target ban. They are going to get rid of the Varian. Okay. Very understandable choice. See if Bunker Funtime wants to go off meta with their tank, or if they're just going to stick with the old sturdy Muradin. Lock in their next two here. Something with some auto attack damage to poke down a Nubarak would be nice as well. We'll see what they're thinking there. Orphea Tychus. Okay, Orphea, great dueler in that bottom lane. Tychus can shred through a Nubarak quite quickly if you can remain in range. Orphea's going to have to dance around all those extra stuns in the front line. 0-day attack going to quickly lock in the Urel for that solo matchup versus Artanis. Fenrir on the last pick now for start slow then taper off. Going for the Tassadar, so trying to rope in those melee heroes, those short range heroes with the wall. Of course, adding that extra wave clear. Always a good thing on Braxis holdout. Bones on the last pick here. Looking for a tank for the side of Bunker Funtime. Gonna be the Garrosh. Can be a difficult matchup into Anubarak if Anub is saving that burrow charge. Not to mention if moving forward then gets trapped by the wall, but if Bones can watch out for Xenochrist's cooldowns, try to catch anyone moving forward, Garrosh can definitely find some engage opportunities. Alright, getting ready for game one. Here we go! Playoff match number one, game number one. On the left in the blue, it is start slow, then taper off. Xenochrist on the Anubarak, Fenrir playing Tassadar, Arlu on the Anduin, Real Big Dill on the Vala, and we've got 0-day attack on the Urel. On the right in the red, Bunker Funtime, Arcane 13th on the Tychus, Bones on the Garrosh, Ratson playing Stukov, Just Poet on the Orphea, and we've got Zednam on the Artanis.
2, 1. Gates open.
Time for action.
Game number one is underway. Checking our level 1 quests here. Vala going for auto attack quest on 1. We've got the Shockray quest for Tassadar going for those Qs. Bones looking for the backline, is going to get the throw onto Vala here. Real Big Dill going to be saved by Arlu. Bones in the mix there, has enough health to back away. Large clash here on the start. Checking the rest of our quests here from the side of Bunker Funtime. We have Protector of Ire here for Artanis. And we're trying to stack off Urel. We do have the Growing Nightmare here for Orphea. E-quest for Just Poet. E-quest, right? Yeah, Dread. Throws good onto Arlu, and unfortunately, Anduin cannot pull themselves back to safety. That is first blood over to Bunker Fun Time. Checking on our top lane matchup. Yrel, of course, great self-healing. Has that Dauntless on level 1 to try to deny Artanis damage. Artanis can have some mana issues in the early game, but is very, very strong in extended 1v1 action. Looks like the Bruiser camp is going to be taken quickly here by Bunker Fun Time. We've got the Hellbat camp being worked on by Start Slow, then Taper Off. Bones looking for something here on the bottom lane as the beacons are now activated at the minute 30 mark. There's the throw onto Vala, real big deal. Trying to vault back to safety, but being body blocked by Bones. Nice healing though from Arlu. They're going to try to turn it onto Garrosh. So far, Garrosh getting some really nice throws into that back line. Xenochrist a little bit low, does not want to step up to Garrosh right now. Going for the dismount, but there's some... there's a nice route from Anduin. Right now, Yrel controlling the wave and controlling the point on the top side for Start Slow, then Taper Off. Uh-oh, Garrosh could be in a bit of trouble here. Double stunned on the front line, tries to get the throw back to safety, but Garrosh will go down. Zednam going to hold the top point for a moment here. Get just the 2% for Bunker Fun Time. Thought it would be a little bit more than that. 2% better than 0. Start Slow, then Taper Off, going to control the bottom side as Garrosh now going to make their way back into the fight. 0-day attacker to charge up that hammer. Try to take this top point back. Artanis will contest as we check out the bottom lane once again. That's a throw over the wall onto Real Big Dill. Arlu's got the save again. Well, saves are only going to become even more frequent come level 16 for Anduin, which is generally where all Anduins are going to take the second charge of the pull. Bones looking for Anduin there, almost finding it, but dismounted by the tower. Bunker Fun Time. Ooh, nice swap there from Zednam. Going to keep controlling this top lane as the clash continues on the bottom side. Start Slow, then Taper Off. They're going to have to try to make something happen here. Yrel on the top does get the channel turned over. That knockback really doing well in that matchup for controlling the point. So Artanis gets it back. Xenochrist, huge stun onto the backline, but there's the unstoppable from Bones to deny further engage. 86 to 8% right now for Bunker Fun Time. So we're approaching level 6 for both teams. Artanis continuing to duel here on the top side versus Yrel, just checking it out on the mini-map. Both of them pretty light on mana here. That should be to Artanis' advantage. Yrel needs mana to self-heal, and Artanis does not need mana to keep those shields rolling. Yrel's gonna have to back off. Zednam gonna keep this channel going. Only 14% needed unless... Oh, no, Xenochrist will step up. There's the throw onto Arlu. Big trouble for Anduin once again. Will go down. Ooh, Vala actually leaked out to the top side here to help out Yrel. This is trouble for Zednam. Just playing around with the vision here, trying to survive. Knockback from Yrel. Real Big Dill locked in, and that'll be it for Artanis. Camp steal here from Bunker Fun Time as the members of Start Slow, then Taper Off forced to back. It's looking like the 4-man is definitely going Bunker Fun Time's way right now. Artanis now heading on back to the top lane. What does the Orphean need for these stacks? Hit 3 heroes with a single eruption. There's the throw. Uh-oh, Fenrir in trouble there. Nice pull from Arlu. Vala coming back down from the top lane. Going to start the progress for Start Slow, then Taper Off. Nice double chastise. Xenochrist trying to follow up there. Ooh, Fenrir. Good flank on the edge, getting a big shockwave value. Bones thinking about a throw there. Doesn't want to throw a new Brack if at all possible. At least while that Burrow Charge cooldown is still up. Artanis has that top side held. Only a few more ticks needed for Bunker Funtime, and it looks like they will be picking up this first Zerg wave of the game. 86% did go over to start slow then taper off, though, so they will get a 2/3 Zerg wave, pushing the top lane. Ooh, Xenochrist almost with the catcher. Oh no, real big dill! Oh no, vaulted forward right into Garrosh range. That's a very timely pickup here for Bunker Funtime. Aura, random task. Shy, hope you're doing well. Welcome to the show. Artanis trying to work against Yrel in the top lane to clear things away. Arcane 13th. Repositioned there by Bones. Ooh, Garrosh looking for Tassadar. Now the wave is gone and the Guardians are shelling on forward. Top lane Zerg wave is cleared away. Orphea's actually chasing down Yrel right now. 0-day attack. Ooh, barely getting away there. Bottom lane cleared away. Fort's still standing after our first Zerg wave. Oh, the pressure forward here from start slow then taper off, catching Bunker Funtime while they're doing that back camp. They're gonna get some damage here out onto this wall. Both teams about to have their level 10s, very even in experience so far. Yrel gonna jump over here. Orphea pretty low, but Zednam full health should help ward away this Yrel. Nice swap off the point. Still contesting. In a 2v1, Yrel is... Uh-oh. Yrel's going to pop the ult, but they're just going to halt that damage here for a moment. 0-day attack is trying to time out long enough. It doesn't look like Yrel quite has enough health to do this. Will go down. Camp goes over to Bunker Funtime. 10s are selected here. Start slow then taper off's got the Ardent Defender, Rain of Vengeance, Cocoon, Black Hole, and Light Bomb. For Bunker Funtime, we've got the Purifier Beam, Warlord's Challenge, Commandeer Odin. Stukov and Orphea still considering. Is Arlu going to get that self-Light Bomb but can't get the stun? Black Hole does connect though, gathers up 2. Stukov is put into the Cocoon here. Bones trying to get away. Just Poet breaking out Ratson. Fenrir is being chased down by that beam. Arlu with the Desperate Prayer just in case. Looks like Massive Shove and Crushing Jaw is going to be the options for Stukov and Orphea. Hellbat camp being finished up here by Real Big Dill on the top side. Heroic cooldowns are burnt here on the side of start slow then taper off. So they're going to want to wait a bit before their next engage if possible.
The beacons are active once again.
Beacons are activating. Xenochrist coming along the backside here. Garrosh trying to take the point, but this left the backline open. Luckily, good positioning there. Doesn't allow any further fight attempt. Bones coming across, gets the throw onto Fenrir. Nice taunt there, but Arlu once again has the save. Self-Light Bomb gonna peel for Fenrir there. Tassadar pops the black hole, but the unstoppable Odin, is it gonna be enough to get back to safety? No, Tychus goes down. Now Bones being chased out. Gets a little bit of self-healing there. Great chase though by Xenochrist. That's a triple kill for start slow then taper off. So they're gonna control and push through the bottom lane here. Yrel just trying to move forward and possibly take this structure. Zednam forced to back up and deal with this wave. Oh, Orphea got dove onto on the bottom lane here. Great pickup from start slow then taper off, getting that stagger. Fort will fall. Vala heading up to this top lane to try to help out 0-day attack. Bunker Funtime, though, right on the heels of Vala here. This could be trouble for Yrel. Here comes Bones. 0-day attack trying to move away with that movement or Hand of Freedom. Grenade hits, and that is it for Yrel. Is that 7? Yeah, that's Melting Point for Tychus, getting that extra burn damage in there as well. Artanis still in the mix here. Zednam retreats back to the line. The Xenochrist goes across. What a black hole from Tassadar, though. Artanis first to go down as Stukov is put into the cocoon. Arcane 13th being chased away. Tychus falls. Fenrir, ooh, nearly soloed by Just Poet. But that's another 2. That's another 3 as Vala actually chased down Garrosh in the back there. Triple kill once again for Start Slow and Taper Off. Now they're looking at this mid-boss. Looks like they're going to get this boss pickup and this objective phase that's going to be pushing the bottom lane here. This is a point on Braxis holdout. Bunker Funtime could be definitely in trouble with this push. If they give up another couple of picks, this could just snowball into a core run. Zednam gonna look for that. Oh no, Arlu with the perfect timing! Zednam is gonna be caught behind the wall. Pops the Purifier Beam, Bones with the self-throw. Somehow gonna survive. Xenochrist is thrown over the top there. Had the light bomb attached. Garrosh goes down, but trading for a Nubarak. That is Artanis to fall next. Just Poet and Arcane 13th still trying to clear away this Zerg wave. Just Poet in trouble here on the edge. Orphea gonna go down. 3 members down once again. Zerg wave still pushing forward. This keep definitely gonna fall here, but with a Nubarak down, Start Slow then Taper Off may be a little bit reticent to engage. It looks like they're going to continue forward. Ratson gets the massive shove. But now with Garrosh back and members spawning soon, Start Slow then Taper Off's going to have to back away. All the while, though, Zero Day Attack has just been ferrying this boss up to the top lane. But this wave here might just take out the entire keep. It's going to be close, but looks like they're going to be able to defend it. Very close there. Minions still attacking, will be cleared away. Just a shred of a keep left. Is NGS an open tournament? It's open during the registration period, yes. You still have to register with a team, but during the registration process, which will be probably in the month of July, will be the registration for the next season. Yeah, you can join with anybody, and our placement committee will make sure that you get put in the right division. There's an engage from Zednam. Nubarak is going to get away, though. Zednam trying to move on back. Cocoon goes out onto Tychus as Zero Day Attack tries to engage here in front of this wall. Arcane 13th will be saved. Yeah, Master Jin, you can go over to, Master Engine, I should say. You can go to nexusgamingseries.org to see more information there. You'll find a Discord link, and you can learn all about Nexus Gaming Series. Keep is down. 2 members locked in here. Artanis will fall. Bones very, very low. That is Vala chasing down with the auto attack. 2 kills here. Start Slow, then Taper Off's going to start moving in towards the core. Got this Hellbat camp locked in as well. Arcane 13th trying to find a way back in with that Odin, but core shielding is already down here. Start Slow and Taper Off. It looks like they have the picks they need to take this victory. GG has been called in the chat. Wave is actually doubling back to deal with the minions, but this looks like it's going to be it. There goes Tychus, and there goes the core. Start Slow then Taper Off, going up 1-0 in this best of 3. GG. Very nicely done there. Bunker Funtime coming out strong out the gates, but Start Slow then Taper Off started to find those engages, especially post level 10. Got the kills and eventually got through to the core. Very nicely played. We'll see if Bunker Funtime can strike back for game 2. Let's go to the post game. Check out the stats here. Real big deal on the Vala. 9 killing blows for Start Slow then Taper Off. Nearly 45,000 hero damage coming out there. Arcane the 13th on the Tychus for Bunker Funtime, nearly little over 46,000 hero damage. Take a look at the talents, and we'll get ready for game number 2. Alrighty. Going to Alterac Pass here for game number 2 as chosen by Start Slow, then Taper Off. Once we get our second team given the ready, we will jump right into our next draft. Definitely a very different map from Braxis Holdout. See if there's going to be any major changes in the draft strategy here, or if they're just going to go with what they know. That was pretty good. That was pretty much a perfect one. We're into it. Draft number 2, Alterac Pass. This time, Bunker Fun Time will be first to act. We'll see if they're going to ban anything away from the first comp, or if they're going to stick with their researched plan. I always say it, but at this point in the season, these teams have a ton of data on each other, so there's not going to be as many mid-series adjustments. But it is still something you can do to try to throw your opponent off. Anduin going to be the top ban this time from Bunker Fun Time, as Arlu was definitely giving them the business on the King of Stormwind. Start slow, then taper off. We'll see if they still want to control the Diablo, if there's something else they want to get rid of. They're going to get rid of the Chromie here. They did ban Chromie last game, so not completely out of left field. Bunker Fun Time. Let's see. Alterac Pass. I mean, I was thinking maybe they want to control the Vala. And honestly, Alterac Pass, I'd be more interested in controlling Blaze and Hogger. See what they're thinking. Gonna stick with that Johanna ban. Start slow, then taper off. With Johanna gone, I'm probably... So you could not ban any of Diablo, Hogger, and Blaze. And then you get your pick on the second round, if they are comfortable with playing all of those. It doesn't seem like there's been anyone who wants to play the Junkrat so far. Ooh, start slow, then taper off. Is going to get rid of Vala here. Interesting. Well, Diablo is up. Not every team is comfortable with a first pick Diablo. We'll see what Bunker Fun Time is considering here. I wouldn't mind something else and then going into like a Diablo offlaner for 2 and 3. We'll see what their priority is going to be on this first pick. Arcane 13th opting for the Brightwing. First Brightwing of the series. Always nice to have a global on such a large map. Be able to help out those side lanes. Start slow, then taper off. Maybe they want the Diablo for themselves. Fenrir going for the Orphea this time, and Xenochrist happy to take a Nubarak once again. Nubarak does have the unique advantage here on Alterac Pass of being able to spawn beetles to distract the guards and solo cap the objective. So that will be something that Bunker Fun Time has to watch out for. Bird and Li Ming, interesting. I figured they would be, with the Diablo ban in the first game, someone would have jumped on that, but I suppose not. Nubarak Murden going to be our tanks here. So right now, Bunker Fun Time a little bit light in the wave clear department. We'll see if they can make up for that with their last 2 picks. Start slow, then taper off, thinking about their ban here. Gonna take away the Tychus that we saw in game number 1. Bunker Fun Time looking across at Orphea and Nubarak. They've already taken away Anduin, and they've got the Brightwing picked. Probably Rhaegar would be the next sort of meta healer But this is definitely somewhere where you're going to want to go to your notes and see what Arlu likes to play if you're banning away a healer. No, they're going to control Hogger. Interesting. So they don't have an offlaner themselves here. I mean, Hogger is uniquely strong on Alterac Pass. So I understand that ban in that sense. But I'm a little worried that Start Slow Then Taper Off just takes Blaze now and leaves Bunker Funtime with a lesser option. And that looks like is what's going to happen. Zero-Day Attack does lock up that Blaze, and Arlu going for the Stukov here. Stukov follow-up onto a Nubarak Blaze. There's a lot of stuns and slows there to keep people inside the Lurking Arm. We'll see if Bunker Funtime can deal with that. Last two picks here, a lot of assassins banned out. So we'll need something to go alongside the Li Ming. I'll need a bruiser as well. Ooh, Ragnaros Zeratul. Let's talk about making up for wave clear. Zednam going for the Fire Lord. Bones on the Zeratul, so going for sort of a late game scaling here. With two sort of pseudo offlaners. That's a cool build from Bunker Funtime. It is weak until the late game. Real big deal going for the Grey main here. Bunker Funtime, this is definitely a scaling composition they have. Li Ming gets strong late, Ragnaros gets strong late, Zeratul absolutely gets strong late. So if Bunker Funtime can hang on until that level 16, level 20, I feel like they've got a great chance here. But Start Slow Then Taper Off, they're going to try to run him over fast. Here we go. Game number 2. On the left in the blue, we have Start Slow Then Taper Off. Real big deal on the Grey main, Arlu on Stukov, Xenochrist playing Anubarak, Zero-Day Attack on the Blaze, and Fenrir on Orphea. On the right in the red, we have Bunker Funtime, just Poet on the Li Ming, Bones on the Brightwing, Ratson playing Muradin, Arcane 13th on the Zeratul, and Zednam on Ragnaros. Here we go. Game number 2 is underway. Orphea once again going for the Dread quest on 1. Of course, the Orphea has changed teams here for game number 2. And no other quests to be had. Aside from Muradin's very, very difficult baseline quest of get to level 10. Big rack over the wall there. Xenochrist nearly catching Zednam. Turns it around, though, onto Ratson. There's the silence, and Muradin will go down. Brightwing couldn't get there in time. First blood goes over to Start Slow Then Taper Off. Lane split has begun. We see Zero-Day Attack going to the top side here. Looks like it's going to be Grey main Stukov. It's Arlu putting a little boogie in it. Getting ready for this camp. Arcane 13th going to start things off. He's probably going to need a little help, though. Zeratul doesn't have a ton of health in the early game. Yeah, here comes Brightwing to help that out. So all lanes covered by both teams. Good spread there. Always good to come in with a plan here to Alterac Pass. Who's going to be responsible for what? Blaze can solo the camp, but, you know, Grey main Stukov does a fine job as well. Zeratul and Brightwing capping off that camp as well. And they will clash in the mid. Looks like we've got a big collapse coming down to the bottom lane, but just Poet staying behind the wall here. Looks like there's going to be some pressure onto the bottom wall. Here comes Brightwing to try to aid in this defense. Turret is down. Start Slow Then Taper Off. Going to take their winnings and back away, but they're going to have to deal... excuse me. With this mid wave that's going to collapse now. It looks like they're sticking around the bottom side. They're going to catch Brightwing behind the gate. Arcane 13th manages to get away. Now this wave is chewing away at the wall. Blaze is going to have to come down and help that out. Brightwing has returned. Xenochrist taking a lot of damage there in front of that turret. Now Greymane and Blaze sieging through the mid. Start slow, then taper off, just doing whatever they can to get structure damage here. Real Big Dill gets polymorphed. Ooh, Greymane in trouble, gets below 10 health. There's the thunderclap, and Greymane goes down.
All right, lads and lassies. Keep our
Objective is now up.
captured and get our soldiers out of the fort.
See who's going to prioritize that first. Generally, we see back camp taken for a second time. Usually level 7 is soaked, and then teams are more worried about the objective. Right now, Bunker Fun Time checking off those 2 points. Ragnarok's going to go back and get some mana after pushing out the wave. Start slow, then taper off is going to do their back camp as well. Level 7, pretty close for both sides here. Going to be claimed ever so slightly first there by start slow, then taper off. It looks like there's going to be a check on this right camp. Ooh, Zednam in trouble on the top side here. Here comes Brightwing, but uh-oh, there's the growing arm from Stukov. That's going to be a double kill here for start slow, then taper off. That is one of the downsides of Ragnaros, is not very gank resistant. Though with 4 people coming on through, hardly anyone is that gank resistant, so that's not really a knock on Ragnaros in general. Camp is capped here by start slow, then taper off. Stukov holding the bottom vision here with Real Big Dill. 0-day attack going onto that backline. They're looking at Zednam once again here, and that is Ragnaros to fall. Poor Ragnaros getting picked on here in the early going. Only 5 seconds left. Going to be quickly capped here by Xenochrist. And the first Raiders of the game will be going over to the blue side. Got about a level lead now for start slow, then taper off. If we take a look at the experience, most of that advantage is coming through those hero kills, though a little bit from minion soak as well. On the top side here, 0-day attack is trying to trade out with 2. Will get away though, as mid fort does go down. Bottom side Raider pressing forward. Looks like that's going to be the split here for start slow, then taper off. Xenochrist sacking the Beatles to take a shorter path as start slow, then taper off. Does grab their 10s. Looking at the crushing jaws, massive shove, cocoon, go for the throat. And Blaze still holding that 10 for the moment. It is going to be the bunker. 0-day attack. Ooh, has got to watch out. Just Poet going to step forward. Ooh, jet propulsion is enough to get away. Right wing showing in the mid. Bones doesn't have a blink heal just yet. Tries to get a little movement speed. Ooh, not going to be caught there. The second one is going to catch, and that is just a full rundown. Brightwing is out. Xenochrist going to try to spawn some beetles here. And take this top fort. Did he go beetle build? No, he's gone shield build here. So a few less beetles than usual. Lava Wave selected here by Rag is going to be sent top, but the fort's still to fall. So all forts are down on the side of Bunker Fun Time here. Looks like we're going to have a little while we're here boss. For start slow, then taper off. Blaze finishing up that back camp and then coming up to help the team on the top side. Bunker Fun Time, their heroics are locked in here. We've got Avatar, Disintegration Beam, Void Prison, Blink Heal, and you saw that Lava Wave from Ragnaros. Zeratul just trying to pick up some extra experience by locking up this wall. Top boss is taken. Bunker Fun Time will not be able to get there to contest. Could we see them just streak towards the bottom boss here? Blaze on the way to check. The rest of them are caught in the mid. Ooh, there's an engage from Xenochrist. They're going to get ratsed. Oh, great cleanse, though, from Bones. Void Prison in the back as Zeratul is cocooned. Zednam gonna become a structure here. Gets the stun onto 2. Just Poet locking in that beam. Starts slow then taper off, being chased out here. 0-day attack tries to peel, but Greymane's still gonna go down. Nice turnaround there from Bunker Funtime. All the while, though, top boss whacking away at the top wall.
Let's free our soldiers and take the fight to the horde.
Greymane down, we see Bunker Funtime aggressing on forward. Xenochrist, nice stun onto 2. Oh, the silence placement is perfect. That's going to be Zeratul to fall. Bones gets to blink away. Ratson with the Avatar tries to jump back to safety. Is there follow-up here? Good slows from 0-day attack. There's the stun onto Ratson. Trying to get him down before that cooldown is back, and there goes the Muradin. Start slow, then taper off. Great chase forward. And now they're going to move over here. See if they can get a channel of their own. Mid camps being worked on by both sides here. Is now bottom boss going to be the choice for start slow then taper off. Both teams on 13s. Once again. This time the minion experience definitely tipping over to the side of Bunker Funtime as that lava wave gathers up all experience as it goes. By being a last hitting mechanic. Only 4 seconds here. Bunker Funtime going to step forward and see if they can grab a fight. Arcane 13th in the back. There goes the objective over to the blue side. Ratson in the front going to pop that Avatar, but is right in the mix here. Jumps away into the lurking arm. Void Prison covers the retreat here. Got the bottom boss coming on through, and now the Riders to follow it up. Arcane 13th. Looking for damage onto Arlu. Start slow then taper off is doing a good job of staying together here. Zeratul is looking for a pickoff. Ragnaros becomes a building to try to keep up this defense. Stun onto the front. 0-day attack can't get the hit with the jet propulsion though. Because now the Raider is here. Both teams just looking for any kind of instant connection. Arcane 13th jumping in there. Ooh, double stun though. Oh, there's the pounce, and Brightwing and Muradin are taken down. Great reactions from start slow then taper off. Xenochrist in some trouble though. Zeratul gonna get stunned up. Orphea gonna be first to fall. The Tickle Beam does not quite take down Xenochrist. Well, that's a little bit better than the Tickle Beam. The Tassadar auto attack, that's the real Tickle Beam. Mid objective going down. Top should be cleared up quickly there by Zednam. Bottom keeps still standing. That is a small win here for Bunker Funtime. For me, like the standards you want to be at, if at all possible, you want to have all of your keeps by level 20. If you have all of your keeps by level 20, you're absolutely right in the game. If you're down keeps by level 20, then, you know, you might have to play a little catch-up. But they're about to hit 16, and 16 is their big tier to pump up Li Ming, to pump up Zeratul. So the team fight is about to get a lot more scary. Start slow then taper off's gonna have to definitely watch out for that. Just staying as 5, pushing through the mid right now. Bunker Funtime. Just a hint away from 16 here. Just needs a couple more minion kills. There we go. 16s are online. Top boss. 12 seconds here on the top boss. Could be a point of contention here.
You know what to do.
They're definitely seen coming up here to do this, though. Bunker Funtime. They're going to have to get up here quickly. They're on the way. Boss is about to be at half, and they're going to get here in time. Arcane 13th coming around the back. Start slow, then taper off. They're in a bit of a tough spot. 0-day attack going to move forward. That is Void Prison onto 2. Ragnaros becomes a structure here as Arcane 13th tries to get the cleave onto the back. Real Big Dill has to roll back to safety. Arcane 13th trying to go in and find some more kills. Uh-oh. Zero-day attack is right there in range, though. Nice heals from Brightwing. As Greymane tapped and is going to come on back. Here comes the lava wave, forcing the members of Start Slow Then Taper Off to move up to the top side. No kills, though, as the boss is reset. Bones getting back to safety. Uh-oh, there's a polymorph re-engage, though. Into the backline is Xenochrist. Nice silence placement once again, and Brightwing goes down. Start Slow Then Taper Off, finding a pick at the start of this objective phase. Zeratul coming in there, baiting out a few abilities. Now the timer has begun. Fenrir taking a big chunk there from Li Ming. Slippery has been called in the chat. That is Zeratul for you. Zeratul's a slippery lad. 30 more seconds on this objective. Zeratul ferrying through this camp in the mid. This Brightwing has returned, and now we're going to get another crack at it. Ratson pops the Avatar immediately, jumping into the back line. Arlu massive shove to push Murden away. Silent Zone is down. Crushing Jaws catches Li Ming. Li Ming is down. Bones put into the cocoon next. As Start Slow Then Taper Off moves on forward. Zeratul actually taken out by Greymane on the top side. Two more caught in the lurking arm trap. That's Brightwing going down. Murden being chased out next. Quadra kill coming on through for Start Slow Then Taper Off. Real Big Dill going to try to finish up this objective capture. Bottom lane working on this keep. This is definitely going to be multiple keeps here. Probably top and bottom. Lava Wave top from Zednam. Good choice there. The Raiders are spawning on in. It is still difficult to end off one keep down. So Start Slow Then Taper Off, going to take this out. They're going to look to pick up another one with this objective. Little banter in the chat here from our teams. It's bunker fun time. Seeing little hope for themselves in this late game, but they're going to do their best. Xenochrist goes in, finds a stun onto that front line. Ratson trying to move away here, pops the Avatar. Zednam turns into Super Ragnaros, trying to defend this keep. Core taking a little bit of damage there, but the core can regenerate health. Mid objective taken down. Li Ming just helping that Raider get taken out by the core. Ooh, zero-day attack nearly popped off there by Just Poet. There's the full engage, and Murden taken down in the puddle of doom. Top Raider still whacking away on the top keep. Mid keep going to be the focus for Start Slow Then Taper Off as Zeratul delays out with the Void Prison. Still 4 members here. Arcane 13th. Gets hit with the first stun, but avoids the second. Start Slow Then Taper Off. They're going to start to move forward here. Last keep is down. All core armor is gone. Real Big Dill being pushed out there by Zednam. Stuns onto the front. They're looking for Ragnaros. There's the kill puddle once again. Ragnaros goes down. Core is starting to get low here as only 3 members remaining for bunker fun time. They Start Slow Then Taper Off, gets into the bunker themselves. Looking for some extra kills on the back line. There goes Brightwing. Core still down to 50% here as Arlu is actually going to be taken out by Arcane 13th. Real Big Dill finishes off Zeratul. Just Poet still alive here as Murden jumps on back in. Core, though, taking too much damage, it seems. Greymane goes in to finish it off. Series goes over to Start Slow Then Taper Off, and they will move on to the next round. GG. That will be it for this series. 2-0 over to Start Slow Then Taper Off. Very nicely done there. We're going to go to the post game, and then we're going to see if we can get an interview with our winning team. Let's check out the stats. Zero-day attack on the Blaze, actually getting ahead of Fenrir in the final moments. Nearly 38,000 hero damage for Start Slow Then Taper Off. Just Poet on the Li Ming, though. Nearly 58,000 hero damage coming out for Bunker Funtime in a valiant effort on Alterac Pass. We'll take a look at the talents, and then we'll see if we can get an interview with our victors. Hello, 0 Day Attack. Congratulations on the 2-0.
Thank you.
Very nicely played today. Looking at the first game on Braxis Holdout, it seemed like Bunker Funtime sort of had you on the ropes pre-10. What were the comms like in the early going, and how did you manage to stabilize going into the later game?
Yeah, it was definitely a tough early game for us. That Garrosh being able to toss us into forts is just always a big threat to us. I think once we were able to get the forts cleared out, that made it a lot easier opening up, not having to worry about him tossing us into his towers or his fort as much. Comms, we were pretty level-headed. We try not to freak out too much. That just kind of makes situations worse for ourselves.
How long have you been together as a team? Because that's usually something that really takes a while to develop, is nice, calm voices in the communications.
We've actually started playing together a little over a year ago. We got together in the RCL league, and we just kind of stuck together. But I mean, to be honest, we've never really been one to get fired up in a game about blaming anybody. We just we kind of keep playing our game during that game, and we talk about it afterwards to see what we could have done better.
That's great. Great to hear. Always good to have everyone present and in the moment and moving as one. It really showed in this matchup today.
Yeah, it was. I felt we played pretty well today.
Just looking at game number 2 for a moment there, it seemed like definitely a clash of styles in the draft. What was sort of the game plan going into Alterac against what looked like a very late game composition from Bunker Funtime?
A big thing we wanted to do is with them having Li Ming, that's obviously really annoying to deal with for the poke. We wanted to get that middle fort down just so she couldn't safely poke us during the objective. We got lucky with the first one being top, so we didn't have to worry about it as much. But we just stayed aggressive the entire game, all early game, and then we took that. We got both bosses in the mid game, and I think that really we were able to keep a constant pressure on them, keeping them on their feet, on their heels too. That Zeratul was definitely bugging us in the back line a bunch, keeping our comms, making sure we're paying attention to the front and the back. Usually we like to just keep moving forward, but he made sure that we defend our back line too there, ganking us all the time.
Well, it was a very solid victory there in game number 2 in the series overall. Congratulations on the win. Looking forward into the next round here, it looks like Protectors of Ire took it over Chowengal Rescue Rangers, so that'll be your next matchup there. Do you have any history against Protectors of Ire? How did the regular season matchup go?
We beat them in the regular season, but I know that we played them in the Zul'jin Distillery Invitational, and they beat us there. So it'll be interesting to see how this third matchup goes here. It'll be a kind of a tiebreaker there.
Well, it'll be very interesting to see that one coming through next week. And yeah, it's looking like things are shaping up well here for C East. Yeah, congrats on the win. Very well done today. Any shout outs you'd like to make before we close out?
Shout out to the team. I think they played really well tonight. Shout out to Bunker Funtime. They had some great games too, and they're a lot of fun. So there's the fun out of gaming. And thank you to for casting us as well tonight.
My pleasure entirely. 0 Day Attack. Very well done, and good luck going into the next round.
All right. Thank you.
See ya.